You guys know what's all going on. I was genuinely losing the plot.
What's going on, gang? It's me, back again for another video. Oh my god, you gotta join the Discord, brother, because they get all the information first. Anyways, welcome back. Today we're gonna be talking about JiDion, because I have to, right? I have to. This motherfucker is going absolutely crazy, and now all of a sudden he's just fucking done? He's quitting? Well, what do I mean by that? If we take a gander right over here, folks, it turns out that JiDion released a video titled "I Quit" after he went absolutely fucking crazy.
How fast do you think this is gonna get dropped? Do you really think
How fast do you think this is gonna get dropped?
really think this is gonna stick?
Do you guys really think this is gonna stick? I'm a multi-millionaire, brother. This guy JiDion, right? He decides he's gonna change up his entire life one day after being a fucking fake prankster for years, like it's fucking FouseyTube out in this bitch, right? So he decides, I'm gonna switch up my entire life. I'm gonna become a Christian, bro. I'm gonna go and live stream all these little Bible verses. He does that for a long time. Then he decides, bro, I'm gonna go after all these fucking predators instead. And that's where that's gonna give me the money. And then, so he decides to go after all these predators, and he starts EDP Watch. He starts EDP Watch, starts to go viral for going after EDP, right? Iconic shit, bro. EDP goes for the cupcake, bro. Everyone remembers that, right? He decided he was going to go after Skeeter Gene, somebody that I actually talked about on the channel. He was going to go after his uncle. Now, that started an entire thing because his uncle was actually a swatter. Just super violent. See, this guy is just a fucking crazy person, dude. Look at him just throw snowballs at the fucking car like a maniac. JiDion got ordered to leave this guy alone, right? So, what does he do? He decides, well, I'm gonna leave him alone, right? But the cops never said nothing about sending a couple of children after him. So, JiDion decides to go over and send a bunch of kiddos over after that guy, bro. And it's fucking insane. What is JiDion thinking, bro? He decides he's gonna go after all these predators and all this crap just to decide to put more kids in danger. Bro, it's kind of outrageous.
Has no idea that
Look at this shit. He has an entire army of kids with him doing this shit, bro. What the fuck?
And they did come back later.
Yeah.
The bald-headed guy, the one that starts the first round of video.
The one that starts the first round of video. JiDion got called out by fucking description, bro. What the hell? So I guess let's see. What does he quit? What is he gonna change? What is he gonna do to grow as a person? Will he grow as a person? Will he learn anything from any of this at all? All of the backlash that he's been getting online, how fucking this story has been used by every single YouTuber in existence, dude. I mean, let's see.
Genuinely, during the last few weeks, I've done a lot of just like inward reflection, and I've been talking to my fiance a lot, and I just kind of came to realize, what I was doing wrong. And I also came to realize that truly your boy was spiraling. I was genuinely losing the plot. And I have to say, like, genuinely, I feel like a hypocrite, because just a couple videos ago, I was saying how what Alex was doing was a distraction from the bigger mission. And then I come along doing what I was doing, and if anything, it was an even bigger distraction from the mission. You know what I mean?
Well, fuck yeah, it's a distraction. You're not doing anything with any sort of legal process at all, dude. Because the thing of it is that if anything in court, you're going to be looked at as worse. If Skeeter wanted to go to court against his fucking uncle for squatting at his grandma's house or whatever the fuck he does, I'm sure that there's more that I don't even know about that guy. But whatever, dude, if Skeeter wants to take him to court, do you really think that the court's going to look at you guys as like, oh, well, you did like chase him all around town and like get kids to chase after him and all this shit? I think that the judge is gonna look at you with any sort of like rightness, dude. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
Now I had to pay 6+ figures for my lawyer fees and then my fans' lawyer fees and everything, and that money could have been used for the betterment of society, but now it's being used in the legal system. You know what I mean? And it's just completely unnecessary, and it's completely my fault. And while I still don't think I committed a crime, I still do think that, genuinely, I was just being not only just an ass, but annoying. And I've come to realize that, genuinely, streaming makes me the worst me. Thinking back on it, every quote unquote controversy, not even quote unquote, every controversy and everything that I've ever got into, anytime I trended on Twitter for something negative, it's always been for some shaming clip, you know, like.
Right. So, you know, whenever you have any issue and it's because you're streaming, it's not because you yourself are the problem. It's because it's the streaming environment and you know, like the streaming just it makes you go extra and it makes you go hard in the paint and it's the streaming's fault, dude. It's the streaming's fault. What is this guy talking about? The stream made him go get the kids to do that shit. The stream made him go get arrested. The stream made him not commit a crime, but spend thousands of dollars in legal court, bro. What are we talking about? The stream did not do that shit, bro. You yourself did, dog. It's not like, oh, the camera's on. I am now controlled. Guys, I cannot control myself. That's not what's happening because that doesn't happen. That can't physically happen. JiDion, you're a moron.
And I think what it is genuinely is, you know, I don't think it's a good thing to just look at a chat for hours on end and you're just like in real time getting opinions of people. And then, you know, I know probably some of my other streamers can attest to this. You know, you see somebody in the chat say boring or L stream or something like that. And then it flips a switch in you where you want to be more entertaining and you want to, you know, pump up the levels and everything and you want to entertain. And I think the reason why I gravitated so much to streaming is because I think I'm just like a instant gratification person, and there is no better instant gratification than you streaming, because when you make a video, you don't get that instant gratification. You can know you made a fire video, kind of like my going to the most racist town in America video. Like, I know that was a fire video, but it took like a month plus to get it edited and perfect. And then when I posted it, you know, it didn't pop off at first. It was actually a 10 out of 10.
Okay, look, that, you know, he has a valid point in that. Like, I have done a year of streaming on members only, so I know exactly what it's like to be streaming and just see one L stream, and you're just like, well, but I'm doing great, actually. I'm doing good. And then it's like, I'm gonna bring this level up to another level, and we're gonna... Oh, you just start fucking putting yourself out there, like, extra. Listen, dude, at the base level of what it is, like... If it's purely just streaming that gets you that, like, I would not use that as an excuse, dog. Like, I did that, all that shit on there because, like, yeah, it was fun and entertaining. Like, look, dude, I still did that shit and it was still me. It wasn't like the stream took me over. And I think that that point is just so fucking stupid, right? But another point that's very valid, yeah, videos are not instant gratification, right? Like, the Streamer University one that I popped up right there, like, dude, it's still at 50 views. In fact, the Oz Exposed, which nobody cares about Oz, nobody knows about Oz, and it still got more views than the Streamer University one about 𝐶𝑜𝑝𝑦𝑟𝑡, dude. So it's just one of those things where it's like, yeah, dude, some videos are gonna absolutely be a banger and some are just gonna absolutely fail, and you don't really know, right? And so it's just like you're biting your fingers a little bit more, right? Still not a thing that you can blame streams on what you've done, dude. No one's gonna take that. Actually, just because they were streaming. What?
So, like, I'm not on here, you know, apologizing or anything, because I don't owe you guys an apology. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't affect any of y'all. But I do want to say that I see where I was wrong 1,000%. And to the people I do owe an apology to, you know, I've given them to them, you know, to the boys who got arrested. They're all 18 plus, by the way. I know a lot of people were saying that they were minors. They're all 18 plus, but still, you know, I put them in that situation and they didn't have to be. And at the end of the day, I shouldn't have ever been there, you know.
I mean, he's gonna sit here and say that they're not kids, which, like, respect to him. I hope that they're not, because that would just be, like, extra really, really silly. But, dude, they look like children. I mean, you could just tell from this picture they look young as fuck, dude. They look super young, dude.
Falling back to my old self. And I've seen some of you guys in the comment section, like, calling it out, like, JiDion, you're going back to your old self. You know what I mean? Like, dibbling, dabbling in pranks and stuff like that. And, you know, even though, you know, Joe wasn't doing a good thing by squatting at his mom's house and stuff like that, you know, at the end of the day, who am I to just, you know, troll and stuff? I have so many other better things I should be doing. Like, that time and money I spent getting that stream set up could have been for a bunch of catches. You know what I mean? Getting bad people off the streets. And so what I'm here to just pretty much say is the shenanigans are stopping. The shenanigans are over.
So that's it. He just says he's gonna stop being a little goofball. He says all the shenanigans are done. Everything like that's over. You know what I'm saying? The stream, it's the stream's fault. The stream did it to me, but I'm gonna take over the stream. And I'm gonna make sure that that never happens again. And you know what, bro? I say good luck to JiDion. He already did something goofy by blaming the stream in the first place, and it's fucking ridiculous. So, I mean, I don't know, guys. What do we think about this situation? Yeah, I don't know. Subscribe, like, peace out, alligator, something like that.